All right, we're here. We are here. How is everybody doing on this muggy, schmutzy, raining? What is it? Is it Thursday? Yeah, I think it's Thursday. All right. So I'm late. Had a little tech issue when I went to start the stream, so we're good now. How we doing? Simon, yeah, the leaderboard is there now. Yeah. I haven't seen it on YouTube yet. I gotta check it out. But I saw that I got the notification from YouTube that it's there, so that should be interesting. I'm gonna do a test stream to look and see how it looks on YouTube because I only see StreamYard here, and then see what I can do with like sound effects and everything there. Zuma, how we doing? Yeah, man, I saw that about the Eagles winning the best team. The logic was the Eagles stopped the team from being a possible dynasty, so that's more impressive than back to back. You would assume if we win the 3-3, if we win the three in a row, we'll get it. But what would be ironic now is if the Panthers make it to the finals and lose, whoever beats us will probably get it, right? So we can't lose. Hungry, how we doing? Yeah, ESPN always doing favors for the Northeast. Nothing surprising. Yeah. Hey, Kenneth, how you doing? Yeah. So what we're gonna do today, once enough people show up, here about give them 5 minutes, is I'm gonna share the schedule again, and I'm gonna go game by game, and I'm not gonna do like a whole dissertation, but I'm just gonna guess how many points. So I need somebody in the chat. We can have more than one person. I just need somebody to keep track and add up the points as I'm doing it. So I'll go game by game, say 2 points, no points, 1 point, and I just need somebody to add up the points. But don't tell me. I'm going to be not even looking at the chat. I'm going to be looking at the schedule because I want to see just by randomly picking the games how close I get to what would be considered a reasonable prediction for the team rather than picking a number of points. I want to see how it works out if I pick game by game. So we'll give it another 5 minutes and then we'll do that. It's middle of summer. We got to find something to do, right? Yeah, at least they didn't give it to the WNBA team, right? Thought the Dodgers would win it over the Eagles. Yeah, the thing with the Dodgers is kind of hard not to win when you have triple the money than every other team. That's true. That's very true. No, yeah, ESPN. I mean, they're based in New York, right? Simon, I'm very happy with the Panthers schedule. There's only the one conflict. There's only the one Panthers conflict. Monday night, Dolphins play against Pittsburgh, and Panthers play Colorado. So if Nick from Twisted Wrister is available, he will run the Panthers stream that night, and Kyle and I will run the Dolphins stream. We will not be without a stream. Somebody will be running it. Hungry. Yeah, no, it's a new camera that I'm using for the streams. So I bought this action camera. This was the camera I bought last year when Ellie died, and I thought Fluffy had a couple of years left, and I thought I was going to do the fishing channel, and Fluffy and I were going to go out there and he'd be with me in his golden years, and I'd I'd take the camera out there, we go fishing and all of that. And then that did not happen. And so I didn't think about using it as a webcam. And then once the season started, I didn't want to change the equipment in the middle of the season because that's bad juju. So I've been wanting to change it so it looks better, but I didn't want to do it. Once they won the cup, then I was like, okay, then we can change it. Hey, Colby and Dad, how we doing? Colby, I think I saw an email. You might have sent me an email. I got to get to it today. If I don't get to it today, I get to it tomorrow at the latest. I got all I've been doing so much extra work on the men's channel and the mowing of the grass. Oh my God. I mowed the grass on Saturday inside the yard, and I just had to do it again. It's crazy right now. I'm spending an hour and a half, 2 hours a day on the riding mower. RBJ, no, I didn't see that. We re-signed Bournefoot, so that's good. I suppose it's just a two-way deal, right? So that's good. They don't want to give up on him. He's still very young. So maybe we can turn him into something. There's no reason that they shouldn't try to develop him. It's not like we're overloaded with defensive prospects, right? We hardly ever draft defense. Hey, Vincent, that is you're psychic, Vincent. You're psychic. All right, Kenneth. GP, how we doing? Colin, yeah, the leaderboard's now on the channel. Yeah, so it'll be very interesting to see how that works out once we get rolling during the season. I got to look at it, and I want to see if there's something I can do with StreamYard or whatever, so that maybe there's some kind of extra sound effect or something that happens when somebody super chats. I want to try to up that game a little bit. Human wants to know if I've ever kissed two other human beings at the same time. I've kissed two dogs at the same time. I've probably kissed three dogs at the same time, but I don't know about humans. I had to think about that no, I don't think so. Yeah. Hongi says, call in it now. If we get a game versus the Bolts, that is the second game of a back-to-back for them. That's the game we're going to get our annual blowout of Tampa. Yeah. The Panthers, the season schedule looks like a waddle. What is that word, Vincent? I'll have to check that out, Colby. The back-to-backs are weird. No way. Goat Slayer says, just want to highlight something very unusual but worth talking about. The infamous Annabelle doll was on a nationwide tour, and the handler was found dead the other day in a hotel room. Whoa, yeah, no, I'm good with that. Right? So far, Sasha has stayed in his place. He has not started walking around the house yet, so we're safe. He comes out, does his magic, we win the cup, and then he goes back on the couch until it's time. Works. We really used him sparingly this last season, but every time we brought Sasha out, instant. I think we only lost one game when we brought him out. Hey, JD. So I'm hoping for the members. My goal is to get out fishing tomorrow for the members podcast. We're not going to the auction tonight. So tonight at 8:00, I will be live on this channel to open up. We've got a few packages from y'all, and I've got the sign. So we're gonna do that tonight at 8. Won't be a long stream, but just to hang out for a little bit and open up the gifts that you guys have sent. Huggy says I can use Stream Elements to get Super Chat notifications. I'll have to check that out. Hey, Adonis. GP. Colin, no, we're opening it up tonight. Hey, Sigla, yeah, double champs. I know, Eyes. I know. We're just never going to get that respect, man. Right? Yeah, now they'll make another Annabelle film. All right, so I'm going to share the schedule screen. So what I need at least one of you, and let me know in the comments. I need at least one of you to follow along. I'm going to go game by game and say 2 points, 1 point, no point. I need somebody to follow along, keep a running tab of it, and then let me know where we get to at the end. So I want to see how close I can get to like a normal amount of points, just going by game by game. Hey, thank you, Eyes. Appreciate that, brother. Thank you, bud. Much appreciated on the gifted membership. All right. So let's see. Vincent, I'm not gonna do like a whole dissertation, Vincent, but it's an exercise in something to do. Right? It's July. What the hell else am I supposed to do? All right, let me share the screen. I want to see how close to a normal amount of points that I would get. So, all right, I'm just going to say the name of the team. Oh, I'm going to have to leave the glasses on. Damn it. You're blind, Jaws. If I blow it up enough, can I see that way? Yeah, that's good enough. All right, so obviously Chicago is 2 points. Flyers are 2 points. We'll take 1 point against Ottawa. Then we got the Flyers for 2. The Wings, we lose, no points. And the Devils, we get 2 points. We get 2 points against the Sabres. We get 2 points against Boston. We get nothing, no points against the Penguins. 1 point against Vegas. And the Ducks, we get 1 point. They beat us in overtime. Moving on to November. We get 2 points against Dallas. 2 points against the Ducks. Nothing against the Kings. 2 points against the Sharks. And nothing against Vegas. 2 points against Washington. 2 points against Tampa. Nothing against Vancouver. 1 point against New Jersey. And we beat Edmonton and get 2 points. Then that's 2 points against the Preds. We get a point against the Flyers and 2 points against Calgary. I have no idea how I'm doing here. All right. So 2 points against Toronto, the Preds, the Jackets, and the Islanders. We sweep the homestand. Then we get 2 points against the Mammoth, and then nothing against the Avalanche. Nothing against Dallas, and then 2 points against Tampa. We lose to the Kings, we get nothing. And then we beat Carolina and St. Louis for 2 points apiece, back to back. And then we beat Carolina on the road for 2 points. The 27th, we lose and get nothing against Tampa. We get 2 points against Washington and 1 point against Montreal. Going into January, we get 2 points against the Rangers, 2 points against Colorado. We get nothing against Toronto. We get 2 points against Montreal, finally beating them. 2 points against Ottawa. And then we yak up a game and get no points to Buffalo. We lose to the Sabres. Then we get 2 points to the Kings, 2 points against Washington. So now we're up to the 19th. 2 points against San Jose, nothing against Winnipeg, nothing against Minnesota, and 2 points against Chicago. We get 2 against the Mammoth, 2 against St. Louis, and 2 against Winnipeg on the 31st. February, we get 2 against Buffalo. We lose to Boston, get nothing against them on the 4th. And then we get 2 points against Tampa on the 5th. During the All-Star break, we don't win a damn thing. Or I guess the Olympics break. Then we come back on the 26th and 27th and get 2 against Toronto and 2 against Buffalo. So now we come to March. 2 against the Islanders, nothing against the Devils, 2 against the Jackets, 1 against the Wings. Come back around to the 10th. That's 2 against the Wings, 2 against the Jackets. We get nothing against Seattle. We get nothing against Vancouver. 2 points against Edmonton, 2 points against Calgary. 500 late road trip. On the 24th, we get 2 points against Seattle, a point against Minnesota. We lose to the Islanders and get nothing on the 28th. And then we get 2 points against the Rangers on the 29th. On the 31st, that's 2 points against Ottawa. Last month, 2 points against Boston, 2 against Pittsburgh the first night, and 1 point against Pittsburgh the second day. 2 points against Montreal, nothing against Ottawa, 1 against Toronto. Then we finish up with 2 against the Rangers and 2 against the Wings. What do I got? What do I got? How ridiculous, how far off from reality was that number of points? 116 points. Jesus. Wait, so 106. No, I did not. All right, so 116, that might be a bit high. That's not so bad by picking game by game. GP says you feel like there wasn't enough 1 point games. That's possible. That's very possible. 116, that's a bit high. I wouldn't have picked that as my number. I think I would have picked 102, 104 as my number. So that's not too far off, though. That's not too bad. Thank you for keeping track of that. GP, yeah, I agree with you. Probably not enough one. Was the biggest losing streak 2. That might be why I got too many points in there. You might be right, Kenneth. You might be right. You might be right. Oh, I don't know enough about the Kraken, Colby. I would just be completely throwing shit up against the wall there. Yeah, I agree with scientists. I feel like getting 1 point would only be like losing in overtime. We rarely lose in the shootout. Yeah. Eyes 116 points in the President's Trophy. Damn it. No. We didn't get the President's Trophy because we kept losing to Vegas. They got the tiebreaker against us. Vegas has the tiebreaker against us. So unfortunately, that means we won't have home ice in the finals. Yeah. Kenneth says 116 means not rested. Yeah, I mean that's true too. That was definitely about 10, at least 10 points higher than I would have said. Like at most, if somebody would have said 100, 106, I'd be like, maybe. 116 is definitely a bit higher. Zuma says, can I compare the other dynasty teams' regular season losses to the Cats? I don't understand the question because can I compare the other dynasty teams' regular season loss? You mean like Chicago, what were their regular seasons when they were winning cups? Is that what you mean, Kazuma? GP says, depending on Chucky resting, 116 means Marchand is an MVP candidate. Luosterainen. Somebody said Luosterainen is going to get 30 goals. Yeah, Kenneth. Yeah. Gotcha. Like, what was the Isles' regular season point total for their fourth season as a dynasty? Good question. Okay. Now I understand the question. Let's see. I must have looked this up in the past. I'll go to Hockey Reference. I think that's the best thing here. So many ads. Come on with the ads. Okay, so they won the cup. Where's the... Boy, I got to go way back. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. The final year that the Islanders won the cup, they had 96 points. So the 4 years that they won the cup, they had 91, 110, 118, and then 96. And then the next year they had 104, and they lost the Stanley Cup Finals. So when we talk about them winning 4 in a row, they made it to 5 in a row. They made it to 5 in a row and actually improved in that 5th year. Now, of course, that's with 80 games. Those points totals are with 80 games. So that's really interesting. Ted says, who do the Panthers play against in the finals this year? I think it's going to be Vegas. JD, 102-point season. That seems about right. That sounds about right. Colby says, beat Wings in 7, Sens in 4, Canes in 6. Not the Canes again, Colby. So let's see. We swept the Canes, and then we beat them in 5. So this time we beat them in 6. That's evil. That's like really mean. You must hate Carolina fans. They need a year off. They just need to not make the playoffs. It's like too much disappointment for. Hungy says we'll get more than 98. Both Toronto and Tampa got worse. Yeah, but what about Montreal and Ottawa? How did Ottawa do? I know Montreal improved. Show us your handstand. Yeah, no, there's definitely no handstand, and I've never been able to do that. Great White says, George, the only problem is we don't know what games Bob is playing. Sharks might beat us if Bob's not playing that night. Yeah, that's a good point. When I did those, I did not even take into consideration the nights that Tarasov would be in. It's a good point. Yeah, I was definitely 10 points high. Like Kenneth says, I think the longest losing streak was 2. So I might have smoked a little bit too much before the stream. That might be a bit. 116 would be a little bit much, you know. It's the weather today is pretty. I got a heat advisory on my laptop right when you said that, Simon. It's hot. This is going to be like 92, 93. It's all right. Hey, David. Exactly, Kenneth. At least if the Panthers play Vegas, they'll have an emotional stake in it beyond a three-peat. Yeah, I mean, not wanting to lose to the same team twice in the finals. How'd that work out for Edmonton, though? You feel like the Devils have come out and to beat the Canes in the playoffs? Devils got to stay healthy, of course. Dietrich, yeah, no, he needed a deal. He was a free agent, but I think he was an RFA still. He's still young. I think he's only 23. And then Leon Draisaitl won NHL Player of the Year. I mean, it's just the same cast of characters every year. You know? Exactly, Vincent. It's Sharks territory. Says the Panthers lose the Cup Finals to the Jets. We are not going to be responsible for the first Canadian team to win the Cup. Not directly. Because if Montreal beats us, they still got to win the Cup. Oh, probably none of them, Colby. I say that for the Panthers. Yeah, I can't, a lot of it is more intuition. I'm not generally using my brain at that point. You know what I mean? So this need extremely disappointed in Star Trek Season 3. Not sure I understand, Dave. Yeah, as long as Hughes is healthy, the Devils at some point, right? At some point. Oh, nerd. So this nerd extremely disappointed in Star Trek Season 3. Now it makes sense. Now it makes sense, David. So Colby thinks out are the Habs, Caps, Blues, Kings, in are the Jackets, Mammoth, Ducks, and Wings. Boy, man. Send me some of your stash, Colby. You think Montreal's not going to make the playoffs? I think Montreal might win the division. Not because they suddenly got great, but because Panthers don't care. Toronto, who knows what's going to happen there? Tampa's just going to putz around like Florida does. Montreal could really be strong. If Montembeault, if that was the real new and improved Montembeault last year, and he continues to play like that, I'm not even joking when I say Montreal could win the division. Doesn't mean they're winning the Cup. But I would not bet on them being out of the playoffs. Yeah, Kazuma, if we're able to beat Vegas in the finals, it would be one of the most satisfying wins. I completely agree. Yeah, exactly, Three Blind Mike. Exactly, man. We're supposed to have all these high-up connections in the NHL, but the Oilers still, yeah, exactly. I mean, we were Panther fans, right? Like we knew they weren't going to get their due last night, Now, the year before, did Kansas City get it when they had won 2 Super Bowls in a row? I think the answer to that is no, right? GP, yeah, I feel like Montreal is the one with the chip on their shoulder playing us this season, playing the regular season like a playoff. Completely agree. Colby, you think they're going to slump? I don't know, man. I don't know. I can't agree with that. No can do. I can't go for that. No can do. David says Star Trek Strange New World is on Paramount Plus. First 2 seasons were great, but this season not so much. How many of those things did they do? It was Star Trek Next Generation, and then they did another one that I didn't really watch. How many more have they done? Hungry says Toronto will be a wild card team. It's going to be tight. You know what I mean? Florida, Toronto, Tampa, it's going to be tight. But I think Montreal, just because of the youth and the energy and everything like that, they could win the division. And I'm not overlooking Ottawa either. Hey, Ted. Hey, happy birthday, buddy. Happy birthday, bud. You're 50, huh? Yeah. Yeah, that's it, man. The clock change. When you're 50, everything just like, because like when you're 48, 49, you were still in your 30s a decade ago. Like you could still throw a rock back to your 30s. But once you're 50, now you could throw a rock to your 60s. It's a whole other ball of wax. Happy birthday. Is the Montreal meeting early? Let's see. Let me get back to it. Hold on. I think we do play them pretty early. Let's see. Not that early. Actually, no, not that early. I'm into December. And December 30th. First time we play Montreal is December 30th at home, the second end of a back-to-back. Second end of a back-to-back. We have Washington the night before, and then we have Montreal. So, yeah, there's a couple of games there that interfere with the football channel on Monday night. Damn, we got some Monday night things. I'm going to have to – we got 3 Monday night games in November, which conflicts with the football schedule. So I'm going to have to – Kyle and I are going to have to get an assistant for some of these games. I got to contact Nick and see what's up with that. I hate having to choose. I hate having to choose between games. Yep, Don, I'll be here tomorrow. The Montembeau? Yeah, Montembeau. Yeah. Why not? I said it. I said what I said. You think the Sharks will be even worse than last year? Oh, my God. Yeah, David, I hear you. You think Ottawa's going to win the Atlantic? So Colby's got the Senators winning the Atlantic. The Sharks are worse, and Montreal is out of the playoffs. We need to talk about your drug problem, Colby. Seriously, man. You know I'm playing, right? But seriously, if it's good stuff, send me some. It sounds like it's good stuff. Yeah, Montreal is a major pain in the ass. 3 blind mice, I don't know how they're going to replace Martyr. I don't know if they're going to. That is a big piece to lose to just I know they got some guy, I forget his name. I hate to call him some guy. But compared to Marner, he's just some guy, right? Is that it for the Leafs? David says there was the original, the Next Generation, then Deep Space Nine, then Voyager, then Enterprise, and Discovery, and now Strange New Worlds. Okay, so yeah. So I watched the original and the Next Generation. I never really watched any of the other ones. It just, at some point it's not the same. You know what I mean? Zuma says, scientists say Earth is spinning faster and the days are getting shorter, so it feels like we're getting older faster. I concur. I completely agree with that. Yes. Without a doubt, I completely agree with that. Days, the years, like it's almost 2/3 of we're past. No, we're almost at 2/3 of the year, right? We just pitched half. I mean, it just feels like 5 minutes ago it was New Year's. It's crazy how fast it's going. Vincent. Yeah, we have the Winter Classic after that. Yeah. So, Eyes, we're doing the stream tonight at 8 o'clock. I've got a few gifts that you guys sent me, and I got my sign. So I'm going to make Kyle do some work tonight, and we're going to open up the gifts on the stream, 8 o'clock. It won't be a long one. That's what she said. Dennis says, I want to see the person with the hot take. Sabres make the playoffs. Trey needs to invite them to the NHL Fantasy League, right? GP, you wish the opener would have been the Leafs or the Habs. I don't know why it wasn't Boston at home, but it is what it is. People got to take off of work to go to the banner raising. It's just absurd. Forget Nick called Trey. Well, I don't know if Trey's internet you have to have you can't stream it over Wi-Fi. Not sure what his internet setup would be. Hey, Jason. Yeah, just choose the more successful team. Well, I like to have it. I'm trying to be more consistent with both channels. Well, I can't be more consistent with the hockey channel. I'm trying to remain consistent with the football channel. So we'll see. If I can only do one, of course, I'm going to do the hockey. Right? Because it's not Dolphins. It's not Dolphin Monday night. It's just NFL Monday nights. So if I have to, we'll just do the hockey game, and then do the second half of the football game afterwards. But it's just the nature of running both channels. Donna and Matthias can be the backup crew. That would be something. She's not here Monday nights though. I don't think she can't do it from where she's living. But that would be funny. Can you imagine Matthias calling the whole game by himself? Get Matthias up here, calling the whole game by himself. My God. It's actually not a bad idea, but I don't think he would do it. But maybe he might have a good time with it. That might not be a bad idea. The more I'm thinking about it, the more I'm like, have Matthias spend the night and have him just watch the game on the TV and have him call the game. I mean, he's not going to do it like Kyle, but I don't know. I got to give that some thought. That's not a bad idea. It's really not. Colby. Hey, Dana, how you doing? Good to see you. Everybody, it's all good. Everything's good. We're going to be live tonight at 8 o'clock, Dana, for the package opening. So I know Dana's package is a big one. There's a couple good sizes, and Dana sent one So we'll be here tonight at 8 o'clock to open up everything. Dana sends like if you were in the military and your mom sent you like a care package and there's a whole bunch of stuff in there. I always like opening up the packages from Dana because you never know what's going to be in there. It's a lot of fun. Vincent. That's true. Oh, Hunger, you think Stolarz will revert to his mean this season? That's interesting. Three Blind says if Toronto can replace Martin, it might be scary. They really needed Bennett or Marchand to at least fill the role. Yeah. I don't know what they're going to – I mean, it's Toronto and Edmonton are both very interesting to me in this sense of are they going to have a strong enough mindset to keep banging their head up against the wall? You know what I mean? They've keep getting, Toronto keeps getting knocked out. Edmonton got all the way there and got knocked out both years. Like it takes a lot of mental fortitude to keep picking your ass back up and try it again. Hey, Rosado, do I have a favorite space shuttle? Endeavor, because you never can spell it right, according to Google. Whenever I would spell Endeavor when I was listing something on eBay, it would tell me it was misspelled when it wasn't, no matter how I did it. Vezina and Hart predictions. Oh. It's a good question. So I wonder how Otter is going to be now after how his season ended. That could go one of two ways. I wonder how Otter's going to be. And in terms of the Hart, sarcastically, I want to say Marchand, but obviously that's not going to happen. It's an interesting thought. I mean, there's always, it's always McKinnon and McDavid and Draisaitl and Kucherov. There's always the big guys. But I would like to see somebody else kind of creep up and do something, somebody that we're not thinking about, somebody like really raises their level of play and gets it. Then he says, yeah, ain't that the truth? Father Time waits for no one. I'm about to turn 60 in November, and I've been reflecting on life and wishing that it was still the tired of all the social media and the way crazy everybody is. I don't know. I've been watching a lot of Elvis stuff again. Going to Graceland. Oh, that's nice. That's fun. Yeah, Dana. I mean, that's why I kind of got off of Twitter. It's like you can't just go there for hockey. You have to put up with everything else that's going on in the world. And I don't want to deal with it. GB says, I feel like the first 3 or 4 months of the year goes kind of slow, then the rest of the year, some reason, goes faster. Yeah, I agree with that sentiment. Yeah. Hey, Derek, how you doing, bud? Hey, David, how you doing, buddy? Day 7 smoke-free. Congratulations, man. Couldn't quit for 46 years. Congrats. That's good. Now, how's the cravings and all of that working? Are you having cravings? Are you moody? Anything like that? Derek says it's disrespectful. Put the Panthers at 5 with a banner raising on a weekday. I know. We're used to it, though, right? Yeah, Colby says Panthers would have to have 65 wins in the regular season and go 16-2 in the playoffs to win the SP. Ted, you're going to the Devils' home opener against the Panthers? That'd be a fun game. Zuma says, can the Panthers do the banner on a Saturday night game, or is it predetermined? I'm pretty sure it's. I mean, they could do it whenever they want, but I think everybody would be buying tickets, for the first game, right? Yeah, Panthers are in the doghouse with the league. On Team Canada, they all got put as fourth liners or benched. I mean, I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. Honestly, like, it kind of makes you wonder if Zito didn't make a phone call and said, hey, I don't want my guys playing a ton of minutes. Like, people are looking at it like an insult, but what if it's on purpose? You know what I mean? What if it's on purpose? Craig, yeah, I saw that the mini movie came out. I just did not get a chance to watch it. Yeah, we're gonna live stream the Olympics, Simon, for sure. David, no, we're not. Donna's still not here tonight. So tonight is just 8:00 on this channel for the opening up of the gifts and my championship sign. I don't know if Don and I are going to be able to do Inappropriate this week. She had a long week at work. If we do it, it's likely to be Friday, but we're got to go see her mom on Saturday. So we're leaving at 10:00 in the morning. We'll be there like 11:15. If we spend 3 hours, by the time we get home, it's going to be about 3:30. She's probably going to crash out and want to take a nap at that point. And we probably won't know until after that if we're going to go live Saturday night. So it'll have to be up in the air until then, because just don't know with the heat and driving around. She works all week. You know what I mean? So we're playing it by ear. Zuma says, my other options is one does Panthers, one does the Dolphins. Yeah, that's another way to do it, Kazuma. That's right. Yeah, Ka can just be downstairs doing the Panthers, because he calls the games better anyway. And I could just be here doing the Dolphins. And then you guys just, what you do is you just give him a bunch of super chats and tell him that as long as I stay away, you'll keep giving him money. And then that gets me out of work. Vincent wants to know, would I beat up Dangle if I had to for a roasted chicken? I got to make more money than I got to make more than a roasted chicken. I'm worth more than a roasted chicken. I don't want to pick on Dangle. I don't think it would be a fair fight. It wouldn't be a fair fight. You know what I mean? I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that to him. Am I going to DM the 100 NHL players for the interview? I will in the next week or two. Ted, yeah, Matthias is the man. They won game 5. I know. Yeah, I might do it. I might ask him if he's interested, even if that's one game. So, GP, there's a Monday night game. I think it's December 15th. Panthers play the Avalanche on Monday night, and the Dolphins play the Steelers. So that's the one game I have to, for sure, manipulate things a little bit. But we'll get it done. Great White. That's not real. He says that I see the Bolts just signed Jonas Johansson to a 3-year extension to replace Vasi after next year. That can't be real. Come on now. Great White's got elder abuse. He's trying to take advantage of me. Colby, do I have any packages I'm opening up tonight? On the men's channel? No, tonight is here. Tonight is here. I don't have anything on the men's channel. No. Well, I tell you what, Colby, if you send me some of them drugs that you're taking that says Montreal is going to miss the playoffs, I will open those up on the men's channel. Ted, yeah, I got it. We're opening it up tonight. We're opening it up tonight. Yeah, ranting and maybe. Why I'm way behind in the chat. I'm going to scroll down here. I'm way behind in the chat. Almost zero cravings. That's excellent. Good job, Rosado. I'm zipping through the chat here because I got way behind. How will Tarasov be in my... I mean, all we do is take old defensemen and backup goalies and turn them into practical stars. So I just expect Tarasov to get better. You know what I mean? I can't expect anything less with the history that we have. Oh, there you go, Rosado. Yeah. David says, I started smoking at 10. My grandma's Pall Mall's unfiltered. Boy, yikes. Yeah, the female Olympic curling stream. What do they wear, Hungry? Do they wear shorts while they're... I mean, seriously. No, I didn't catch the Shane Gillis thing. I was live last night in the men's channel. Yeah, David, I figured. Yeah, give me the Dolphin games. Give him the Kyle the Panther games. Well, because people like to hear me bitch and complain. That's the only thing people are tuned in for, just waiting for you to bitch and complain about shit. Yeah, exactly. Just imagine 4 or 5 years from now, as the Panthers are aging, how much hell Leaf Fans channel will be giving us when we're eliminated. I mean, I keep saying it, and I'll keep saying it because it keeps working. But since Kyle and I started streaming every game, we have not streamed a playoff game after the Panthers have been eliminated. We've made it to the finals. Every year we've streamed the games. I mean, like you couldn't write that script. So, yeah, the point being, eventually when we lose, oh, God, the chat, the game after we get eliminated is just going to be, or, you know, after the post-game chat, if we ever do get eliminated, that post-game chat is just going to be murderous. Murderous. David, yeah, it's in Miami. Well, no. No, actually, I think it's in Pittsburgh. Kyle told me it's in Pittsburgh. They wear the winter equivalent of yoga pants? I'll have to check that out, Hungry. Yeah. Yeah. So, Rosado says it's final year of Tua in Miami. If he gets hurt again or they don't win, if they don't win the playoff game, maybe. I don't really trust Ross to make any changes. I really don't. I really don't trust that man. Limelight said, did I really think the Panthers would make it back after losing in 23? So, no. I picked Carolina. I picked the Canes to win that cup. The first cup. I picked Carolina. Last year, I picked this to repeat because I learned my lesson. Now, the year that we lost to Vegas, my preseason prediction was that we were going to start slow, get better, and win the cup. And I was so close. But then then I didn't pick us to go back. But last year I picked us to repeat. So, you know, it's all relative, right? It's all relative. And no, we don't want the President's Trophy. That's for sure. Yeah, if the Panthers get under 16 points, Jackets sweeping them like Tampa. No thanks. So you guys think the Jackets? Oh, Guitarco, you did the increase up to 50. Yeah, I'm really curious about that. I hope I called that one right for you. Yeah, I'm really curious about that. All right, David. Yeah, we're getting ready to roll here too. Zara says my mother says they need the President's Trophy and win the cup to break the curse. Colby, definitely not. Definitely water. All right, guys, I got to roll. I got a 2:00 appointment. And I will be back tonight here live, 8 o'clock tonight. We got Kyle will be here too. Kyle will be in the chair. I'll be doing the gifts and everything. I'll be here. It won't be a long stream. We just got some stuff that you guys sent. We're gonna open up, and then we'll shoot the shit for a few minutes, and then tomorrow I'll still be live at noon. But tomorrow, as close to a guarantee as possible, I'm gonna get out on the kayak. I believe in the morning, and also I'll have a members stream out fishing on the kayak tomorrow. So I gotta empty the van, so that should be fun. So, all right, everybody, appreciate y'all, and yeah, I'll see you tonight. I'll see you tonight at 8 o'clock.